Calling you a radical. So I used to list for years and years and years the most dangerous nuclear reactors, my top 10 on Earth. On Earth. And I had San Onofre number one. I had Diablo Canyon, California, number two. I had Fukushima, Japan, number three, because they're on the Ring of Fire. Now, I had my top 10 United States list, and this is important for all you people that Obamacans, the pro-nuclear, and Trump and Obamacare, the most pro-nuclear freaks. The United States, we've shut down 40 reactors, Kevin Blanchett and crew. When I tipped over that domino at San Onofre, it's the greatest grassroots piece of activism in history. I mean, I like Katie Porter, the representative from Orange County right there. They're San Onofre. You could see the reactor from our house, literally. Literally, and they spewed. They had an accident there. You'd never know that if Kevin Blanchett didn't report. I got the goods right here. When they were cheating on the exchange and they steamed all over Orange County. Laguna, walk right there to Shaw's Cove, which I've documented that so the tide pools are dead. You know, they dress up their lifeguards like Baywatch there, and she's been there for a long time. You go to that beautiful young woman there. She's got blonde hair. Last time I was there, I talked to her again. She's still there. She's brilliant, by the way. She's got a mind. You know, she's old school California. You know, physically beautiful, mentally beautiful. That's what it was in the day. California, rest, and go talk to her. Me and hers had lots of conversations. Oh, hi, Kev. You know, hi. And she, what about the tide pools before 20? Oh, they were live. Big starfish, or they just completely died acutely. My tide pool videos, the marine biologist in the high desert of Utah has proven it. Me, oh my, Nobel Prize. So, TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock, a fall classic. You know, I used to go my top 10 in the United States. San Onofre, of course. Diablo Canyon. Oyster Creek. Pilgrim. Indian Point. You know, this is what's so great that's happened while you've been asleep and you're, you know, they just like they said, China become a military foe. Well, we're boogeyman terrorism. Well, no shit. You know, consumption junkies. Shiny ballism, Operation Foxconn News versus MSNBC, right, left, the wings spinning into a freaking nuclear energy. We love it. Ditch, the Emperor has no fucking clothes. The Emperor has no clothes. So, Pilgrim shut down. Oh, yeah. Oyster Creek shut down. Even Indian Point. They used to pull guns on me out there. I used to protest at every one of these reactors. Oh, boy. San Onofre shut down. Oh, wait a minute. TikTok, Diablo Canyon. California announced it was shutting down 5 years ago. How come it's not? Shellafield and crew. Mothers for Nuclear propped up, freaking paid, just like Dutch Sense is. You know, deadbeat dad on chemo. You know, they'll promote your YouTube site. They'll promote you right up. Who is the biggest shareholders of Google? Look it up. Look it up. Start looking it up. Start doing some more. These nuclear reactors are not public utilities. Shareholders, corporations are people, Romney. Google? Whoa, really? Yeah, that's who owns it. Diablo Canyon's alive and well. Now, remember when we had the earthquake in the World Series in 1989? It was a California series. I hope the Dodgers lose. I got my Brave shirt underneath here on. My old school Brave shirt. Glenn Hubbard, who I used to play baseball with here from Ogden, was on second base for the Bash brothers, the Balco steroid goon brothers. Wasn't Dusty Baker? Dusty Baker was managing in 2003 when I was in LA. I went to that game. I was at that game. I scalped a ticket. I remember a single, and the guy standing right there. Because my daughter at the time was going to school right there downtown LA, FIDM. And I went down there. And I says, I'm going over to the game. I scalped me a ticket. I got it cheap, and me and the scalper went together. That was the wildest freaking baseball game I ever seen. Barry Bonds. Whoa. Dusty Baker? Yeah. No. Yeah, he's in the series. The cheating Astros? Yeah. The Bash brothers. The Balco boys. Bonds had to do it. Brady Anderson hit a freaking 100. The Fall Classic. I'm so worried about an earthquake there. We are so overdue. There are 40 years of spent fuel piled up in Diablo Canyon. It should have been shut down. It was announced shut down 5 years, but they just keep playing games, hoping for the Obama bailout, hoping for the Biden bailout. You know, that's what a lot of this infrastructure bill, there's all kinds of nuclear to bail out Diablo Canyon. TikTok. Do you know what Diablo... Now, this is important because I do the work. I'm there. I used to do my event there. Blue Hearts on Valentine's Day. That's before the Chumash, because the Chumash went underground for a long time. That's a native tribe there. They came out. I talked to one of the tribal leaders. Me and him had a really nice time. He's the one that told me, he says, you know, we used to be apple growers here. And I says, yeah, that's where everybody used to meet in the Central Coast. The big carved out canoe that's in Teddy Roosevelt's The Unnatural History Museum, where they stuffed Kevin Blanche and put me in there, which I did. It comes from right there. You know what it was called? And I remember I used to do my event, Blue Hearts on Valentine's. That's before I knew what the Chumash called the whole region. It's the most beautiful place in the world. Well, I love that place. It was. Now they got parking. $58 to park across the street from the Diablo Canyon nuclear reactor. You know, I walk with the monk there. I've worked with Mothers for Peace for years and years. I've been there since day one. I got arrested with them all. The Mother's Heart. Yep, the Mother's Heart. Changed the name. Why is it named Diablo Canyon? When the Spaniards came to mass murder the Chumash, they were standing there, and an earthquake and tsunami happened. That's why they named it Diablo. Yeah, let's put a nuclear reactor there. Send it off, we got it out of the spent fuel pools. Kevin Blanche kicked that freaking domino over. It's the greatest accomplishment in grassroots history ever, is kicking the domino over. We've got so many Diablo Canyon shit. I mean, San Onofre shut down. Pilgrim shut down. You know, we go on and on and on and on and on and on. Oyster Creek shut down? Yeah. Yep. No. Indian Point shut down? Yep. You know, we got work to do. They bailed out 9 Mile Point, which is 3 times worse than 3 Mile Island shut down? Yep. If you read the media and all the propagandists that's all over, you'd think they built 500. There's been one nuclear reactor go online in the last 44 years. And it took 44 years to build it. What's bar? Remember the guy who went to prison he was head of the NRC nuclear and for fraud and bribery. He went to prison. When the investigation, Kamala Harris dug in and raided their house, guess what she found out? That guy was on the California Public Commission Board. A convicted felon for nuclear bribes. You tell me how corrupt. Kamala Harris raided PV's house. Went in there, found the goods. Moonbeamer Brown, who was at Diablo Canyon, who just switched uniform. What a fraud. Chopping up the money in Warsaw, Poland. They were cheating on the exchange at San Onofre. Kevin Blanche caught him. I'm the guy that caught him. Those guys inside there leaked it to me. I was in the boat. I'm leaked it out. Without that, Diablo never shuts down. Kamala Harris's mother had just passed away from cancer. The epidemiologist at Livermore, California, bringing star power to Earth. She went after him. What happened? She ran for the United States, and they got a pro-nuclear AG, you know. The Fall Classic. I am so nervous about Diablo. It's the most dangerous reactor on Earth. Second's that monster in freaking Russia, the sister to Chernobyl. And this is important because I consulted on the Chernobyl documentary. I got a hat that was stoled. And don't get me going on that nightmare. And a juice in San Francisco. When I viewed it, I said, you won't really put that up. They did. And it's good. The sister plant. You know the guy who played, not Laguskov, you know, Ruskov, he's brilliant. That piece is brilliant. The actor who played the plant manager, he's brilliant in that piece. Do you know they filmed that on site on this Chernobyl sister plant, who I rank as the second most dangerous active reactor on Earth right now. There's rumors that there's a steam malfunction going on in Russia right now. Well, we know there's a disaster going on in the SMR in China. That's been verified from the intimate radiation letter that was sent to Jennifer Graham Holm, who said on it, and it got leaked to CNN. I wonder who did that. Shh. We know. Did you know he's young? You know he's dead. Just like art imitate man, man imitate art. He died the same way that the part that he played died. Well, he died of cancer. Did you know that place is radioactive? I was in the bone marrow transplant. This is important for you guys at Byron Nuclear in Illinois. I was in the bone marrow transplant at LDS 10 years ago, almost right now. I went on 11/11/11, given 2 months to live. I was head of the support group. There was 2 guys from that reactor, and they're dying of leukemia. They were younger than me. 2 of them. You know, it's a world-class unit. I'm like, do you know that if you work at a nuclear reactor, your chance of dying of leukemia is exponentially higher? That's my original PhD that got blackballed and took away from at the University of Weber State, you know, me on my Nobel Prize. They don't give PhDs there. My peer review is right here. I put my PhD online. They argue me. They both died young. Be careful what you ask for. The Fall Classic. I am so nervous about an earthquake right now. Dusty Baker and the Astros. Whoa, can you believe he's back in the World Series after all these years? I was at that game with Barry Bonds. That's the wildest freaking World Series game in ever. I have my California Angels coat right there, my old school with the state California on it. I'll take a picture and tag it. I'm so nervous about the Fall Classic. The most dangerous reactor on the face of the earth right now is Diablo Canyon. Active. Fukushima was. It blew up and San Onofre. We got San Onofre shut down. San Onofre's, we're in such good shape there. We can handle an earthquake now. We couldn't before because it's on the dry canisters in the pads. Now it needs to be moved from there. It's not the, you know, which they said now there. You know, all our spent fuel X's want to go to Texas. Diablo Canyon sitting in swimming pools. It was never built for it. 40 years of freaking spent one shake, and you're going to be evacuating L.A., which is irony because the Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, lives right there in his big house. Isn't plutonium man-made from nuclear? Yep. Wasn't the Hulk? He was right there near Diablo. I remember being in Diablo and protesting up and through the Central Coast and San Simeon on Balco. A woman took me over to the market to get some food when I was sick and I was walking the coast with the monk at Diablo. I've been protesting Diablo, and they're like Indian Point. They'll pull guns on you. It's very dangerous to protest there because they drank the Kool-Aid there. The most beautiful place, one of them on earth. They're right across the street. I'm talking to this woman. Now they've striped it out, and you can park your RV there for $60 a night. And there's a pregnant young woman with her little plant by her RV, $60 a night, and I'm like, used to be. I says, you realize that's a nuclear reactor right there? What are you talking about? Can't you see that big sign that says Diablo Can't? Yeah, I don't know what that means. Okay. See that pipe? It was at low tide. I was doing tide pools. See that pipe? That's where the nuclear water sucks in and sucks out, and they boil it all and kill all the photoplankton, just like Fukushima did. What? As I walked there so many times. So she takes me to the store. This is a great story. One of the greatest feathers in my cap ever. She says, Kevin, that's Patty Hearst right there. I grew up with her. I grew up in San Simeon. Nobody goes in San Simeon. I'm like, yeah, there's nobody there. It's so beautiful. I see gas is $7 at Gorda. Gorda's my favorite place in the world. Yeah, of course, that little store, you know, it's a tourist trap because you're out of gas and there ain't no services for a long, long ways. I remember getting a little sandwich right there about that big. The guy wanted $12. I says, I'll take my chances. I remember spilling water right there. I used to sleep right there across from that gas station in the woods right there. That's my favorite. It feels like heaven. Must have been asleep for my favorite place in the world. Gorda. Was. That's Patty Hearst. You want to meet her? Yeah. Walk over. Patty, this is Kevin Blanche. He's working on shutting down Diablo Canyon. He's the activist that leaked all that shut down San Onofre. He's been going at him for years. He's kind of a radical. Oh, Kevin, how wonderful. Yeah, that thing needs to be shut down. She's like a little grandma. You know, oh, so nice to meet you. We walk out. I said, do you realize you just introduced me to Patty Hearst as a radical? I don't have an oligarch, freaking richest man on earth, daddy. Where's the Patty Hearst of our time? Where's the Peggy Guggenheim of our time? Where are they? They're all in the imperialist team. Mothers for freaking, what a clown circus. Thank you, Jane and Linda, who have fought these for years and years and years. The old Abalone Coalition who taught me. The most dangerous reactor on the face of the earth right now. One earthquake and you're evacuating the whole. Well, they'll just tell you to hunker down and die of cancer. Diablo, it should be the #1 freaking subject in the country besides number 2. Number 1, Fukushima, California, rest in peace. TikTok, Diablo Canyon clock. Stay tuned.